Welcome everybody to Snake Cinema Reviews. I'm your host Prince Elias, and today I have my beautiful young boa Morticia, just a normal BCI, and today we are reviewing a new Netflix docu-series called The Sons of Sam. I love documentary series. I love true crime, and since I haven't been able to just sit down and watch, normal, story films that tell a narrative, usually I'll just listen to podcasts or I'll watch true crime docu-series. And this is a new one. Now, I've heard of Son of Sam, that whole debacle, that whole crime situation, but I did not know all the information like we do the well-known, serial killers like the Ted Bundys of the world, or the John Wayne Gacy's and stuff like that. Like, I've heard people mention Son of Sam, but I've never dove deep into it. I might have listened to like one podcast, maybe My Favorite Murder podcast probably discussed it at one point. I cannot remember. But so when I saw that Netflix had dropped the docu-series, I went ahead and watched it, and I must say it is a slow burn. It's not as crazy and wild and to the point, but it did keep me engaged. So I will say it wasn't boring, but it is a slow burn. First episode, you got to get through the first episode. If you get through this first episode, the rest will be smooth sailing. But it was quite interesting. I learned a lot of new things, stuff I didn't know beforehand about that whole situation and what was going on during that time. So it's great to learn new things, new situations, because the crimes happen in New York. And New York is a big metropolitan city. It's going to always have crime, but this particular crime was very unique because Son of Sam, they compared it to Jack the Ripper, and they said he succeeded Jack the Ripper in the shortest amount of time as far as his violence and his killing, and nobody be able to catch him and know who he was at the time. Police were stumbling. Media was going crazy. It was like police versus the press and all that other stuff. So it was a very intriguing story, so I do highly recommend people watch it. It's very good. Like I said, you have to get through the first episode. The first episode is like the introduction, like any other docu-series. They're introducing the key players, like the investigators and everybody, the detectives, the victims. You get to hear from some victims who were actually shot in the head while sitting in their cars by Son of Sam, who survived. A lot of people didn't survive, but those who did, they were able to interview some of them. And so it was good to hear from those voices, hear those actual victims. So once you get past the first episode, the rest is smooth sailing. Very entertaining, very intriguing. Like I said, it kept me engaged the whole time. So I have no complaints. I really enjoyed this series on Netflix. I would give it a 8.5 out of 10. as my rating. So if you like true crime, if you like documentary series, if you like detective stuff, if you like stories of legendary serial killers or unsolved mysteries or mysteries that took forever to solve, please watch it. So good. I'm not going to spoil anything, whether they caught the guy or not, but it's a lot of stuff, a lot of range of topics, serial killing, the big city, police versus press, everybody's trying to get the big story, the serial killer sending cryptic messages and notes, and just, it is what it is. Neighbors going against neighbors, trying to snitch and call and say, hey, you might want to check this person out. They seem strange. So, it has a whole gambit. And like I said, I learned something new about a crime that was well known and well documented, but it's not in the forefront of my mind. So very good, very intriguing. Like I said, an 8.5 out of 10 in my opinion. If you have Netflix, please watch it, enjoy it, and let me know what you think. Have you watched the docu-series Sons of Sam's? And if you haven't, will you be watching it? Will you check it out? And also comment below, what is your favorite true crime documentary / story? It could be the Jack the Rippers of the world, the Ted Bundys. It could be some serial killers from across the country that's not even in America. Let me know, comment below, what's your favorite true crime story slash serial killer slash whatever, you know, in that vein. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I am your host, Prince Elias. This beautiful boa is Morticia, and we will check y'all in the next review. Peace.